Welcome back to Minecraft Bingo. This is Fetchr 5.2 by Noiser, and it's time now for the 5 in a row bingo challenges. Let's generate a new random card. This is going to be the first of the 2 5 in a rows for this episode. That means we need bingo in a row column or on the diagonal on this card right here. What do we want to go for? I don't want to do sticky piston. I think light blue bundle's gonna be too slow. I don't love golden apple, but it could work. Moss carpet, muddy mangrove root. We're not gonna do fermented spider eye, because I don't want to fight any mobs that are too difficult to find. Probably not gonna do the gunpowder either. So that leaves the top 2 rows and the center column. The diagonals look okay, actually, if we can find sweet berries. But we're not going to do this diagonal here with the bundle. We do have pumpkins here, and that's on the top row. We could go for that, but do we have sweet berries? Let's look for taiga. I have to be able to see the berries from here to go for them, otherwise it's not going to work out, I think. And I don't actually see any. There's some taiga over here, too, by the pumpkins. I don't know. I don't see berries there, so I think that's not going to work. We could do mangrove, and it looks like maybe there's pumpkins right by the mangrove, too. That would be 2 different rows. Okay, because we've got the pumpkin up here on the top row. And that's not terrible. What is that? 4 iron. Sea pickle could be challenging because we don't have warm ocean here. But I'm sure there's some not too far away. Let's see. There's no pale garden stuff on the card. And we don't have a cherry grove here. So we're not going to go for the sapling. So it's either the top row. The bottom row is quite a bit of iron, plus I don't like the gunpowder. So we're probably not going to go for that. It either has to be the diagonal or the top row. Which one is it going to be? I don't know. Either way, we would need a milk bucket. We could do the center column, but I don't like the hay bale. It's a little bit unreliable since we don't have a village here. That bottom row is tempting, but that is a lot of iron. Maybe we'll just go for the top row instead. So 4 iron, we need a cow. Do we even have a cow? We'll find one. We need to go down for the deep slate. Oh, we need extra iron for the shears, right? So that's actually 6 iron we need. Is there any place to mine iron here? I don't see a shipwreck. And there's not much that goes low either. I mean, if we're going to do 6 iron, we could just go ahead and do the 10, but we might need a pick for the shovel. So that also creates a problem on the bottom row. I don't know, I'm kind of stuck on this one. Maybe we just go for the diagonal then. That's 1 iron. We can grab moss over there by the mangrove swamp, the moss carpet. Ink sac from a squid, and red and blue flowers for purple dye. Yeah, we just need to find the sweet berries. I think we'll try the diagonal. That does mean we need at least 1 iron, or a ruined portal could work. Where am I going? Let's just swim this way. There's a squid right here. I don't think I have time for this, though. I'm gonna drown, aren't I? Okay, we did get the ink sac there. Took a little bit of damage to do it. Yeah, I don't know if that was worth it. That feels bad. And slow. I mean, I know we're only 30 seconds in, but punching a squid, really? We could have just waited and found one later, I suppose. What's done is done. Let's just focus on getting the rest of the items. We'll grab some wood here, make a boat and some doors. I do need a pickaxe, but I think that's the only thing I need stone for. Let's see how quickly we can get this done. Somehow I didn't pick up all the logs I punched, I think. Let's make crafting table and sticks, and then is there stone here, maybe? There should be. Okay, there's a little bit of stone here. Give me a pickaxe. Unfortunately, I do need a pickaxe, and I kind of want an axe, too. What about a furnace? We have possibly some iron to smelt if we can't loot the flint and steel, so I guess we need we need stone for that too. All right, my plan is kind of not the greatest here. Let's see if we can fix it a little bit. Give me... All right, just give me the shovel, fine, whatever. I made all the tools. We'll go ahead and craft one furnace. And then I don't think we need extra stone for anything. My plan is to run over to the mangrove swamp still and grab the moss carpet. We'll look for flowers. And then we'll see if we can find sweet berries. One furnace should be plenty. Give me a boat. And I don't have enough for doors, but I need them. So let's chop this tree here. Okay, that should be plenty of wood. Let's turn that into planks. 20 is cutting it close, actually. Let's see. Yeah, let's just go over to what we know we can get, first of all, which is the moss carpet. And we do have flowers here. Which colors? I need a red and a blue for the purple dye. Is there anything else that gives purple dye? Technically, we could use lapis, so the most important one is the red. And I think we can use tulips. Yeah, tulips give red dye as well. Allium won't work, but this cornflower right here will give us blue dye that we can make into purple. All right, give me a moss carpet. Let's see, moss carpet, moss carpet. There's one. And now I need one iron. There is some cave here. Is there any iron in it? I don't know. Did I not craft doors? Yeah, I don't think I did. So let's go back out. Here, we need some air. Yeah, for some reason I didn't craft the doors, so we can't go down there and look for iron yet. Let's just craft the doors now. Yeah, 3 should be enough. All right, we need sweet berries and a flint and steel. I kind of want to grab a pumpkin quickly. Maybe the other pumpkin would have been better. I just want to make sure we have it as a backup plan in case we need to pivot later. All right, we need sweet berries and we need flint and steel. Is there any gravel here? I don't see any. Yeah, I don't see any iron either. Let's have a closer look this way where the taiga was, right where we spawned in. And we'll see if there were any hidden berries. All right, which way are we going here? Looking for iron. Nope, don't see any. Yeah, this is the taiga we're gonna search right here, so I guess we don't need our boat quite yet. You know, a ruined portal would be nice. This is bad. How do I get up? The stupid ravine is in my way. All right, we'll go around. It's inconvenient, but it's fine. All right, are there berries here? I see brown mushroom. Okay, there is a ruined portal that could have our flint and steel. Is there a chest for this? That sucks. I didn't know there was a magma block there. There's pumpkins. How do I get in here? And where's the chest? Is that the chest? No. That is not a chest. What about on this side? This is really slow here. Where is the chest? And why don't I see it? Are we even on the right side? Is that a chest? No. And why? Oh, because I'm underwater. I was like, why is this so slow? Stupid. All right. This is ridiculous. Let's see. I shouldn't have stopped here. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm looking for a chest that doesn't exist. Where would it even be? No, this is stupid. All right, forget this. I have no food. Yeah, what a waste of time. All right, let's just go look for sweet berries over here. There is gravel here. Let's just at least grab... Okay, there's our flint. Now we just need iron. Oh, there's an igloo. There is an igloo. There's a village. Does this village have sweet berries is the question. I don't know, but it does have this guy here, the iron golem, which can give us the iron we need for the flint and steel. Super convenient. Thank you for being here. So now we just need to find berries. I hope this village has them. If it does, we'll be okay. Make flint and steel. We can make a pick too if we need to. But now we really just need to find some berries. Can we loot berries from this village? You're a cartographer. Okay, I'll take the food. I really just need to see sweet berries somewhere around here. I thought these villages had usually berries in or around them, but I guess not always. There's more taiga over there. So that's where we have to go next. I'm out of food again. Okay, searching the taiga. I really didn't want to have to go for the sweet berries without knowing for sure if we would get them or not, but we did it anyway. So this will either be a great success or a complete and utter failure. Did I say utter failure? There we go, berries right there. And that completes the bingo. Our time was 8 minutes, 43 seconds, and 79. Let's go back to the lobby and start another round, shall we? Lucky berries. Okay, generate a new random card. It's time for the second of the 2 5-in-a-row bingo challenges for this episode. We're trying to get bingo in a row, column, or diagonal. Let's see how quickly we can get it. I don't like the wolf armor. I don't want to do amethyst shard unless we have a geode right here. And I don't see one. Could be under the ice, but that's impossible for me to know. So we can't go for it. We have a bunch of snow and not a whole lot else. I guess there's a Badlands and jungle over there. More jungle there. How does that help us? I don't want to do crossbow. I don't think we can go for the empty map. What about a pale garden biome? Do we have one of those? Because it's only the moss block. That's not too hard to go for. But if we don't have the biome, it doesn't really make sense. Yeah, dripstone, pale moss, terracotta plus pink dye, flint. Oh, jack-o'-lantern's not good either. Because that's 2 iron, plus I don't see a pumpkin. Yeah, I don't see a pumpkin, so we can't really go for that. I don't want to do glowberries, but we might be able to do lime dye. The arrow of slowness is definitely out. I can't do the egg. I don't love gunpowder, but we might be able to do that. What about... Yeah, let's try this left side column. I don't know why I think that's going to be good, but it might work. Oh, are those pumpkins? Yeah, there's pumpkins right there. Okay, so we'll pivot to the center row with the jack-o'-lantern, flint, terracotta, moss block, and dripstone, but only if we can't get all the items on the left side column. So we need red and brown mushrooms, red and blue for purple dye. That shouldn't be too hard to do. I see blue over there. Dripstone cave, a red apple, and gunpowder. Let's see how quickly we can get this done. I am worried about the gunpowder. Red apples are not always easy to come by. Let's see, where do we want to get started? I just need a tree. Where's the nearest tree? Okay, there's a spruce over here by the pumpkins we can use for wood. And then, okay, there is a village. Does that change anything for us, the village? Can we pivot to anything? I mean, we could maybe get hay bale and carrot, but then we would still need a cherry grove and a pale garden, which I haven't seen, plus 2 gold. Do we pivot for that column, second from the right? I don't know. Something tells me we should just stick with the left side column, even though it seems more difficult. It might not actually be. Okay, we got all the wood here. Let's just grab a pumpkin just in case. We might go for that later. And I need some stone. I don't see any exposed, but we can punch our way to some if we just dig in right here. Yeah, there's some stone right there. Let's make a pick. I'm a little bit turned around right now. I thought I had a good plan. Okay, there's copper here too. What copper would we need though on the card? Just a brush. We could make brushes if we had chickens. And get the wolf armor? No, I don't think we can go for the wolf armor. Here, give me some tools while we're thinking. Got my thinking cap on. Give me an axe. Give me a shovel. And then I do need a furnace. Yes, I do. Let's just take a little bit of copper, just in case. I probably won't need it, though. And I need at least 1 furnace, but that should be enough. All right, make the furnace, and how much extra wood do we have? Enough for a boat, and just enough for some doors too. We'll have to get some more wood later. All right, give me this, and where do we go now? Here, let's just chop another tree. I think we will look for red and blue flowers quickly, and a dripstone cave. I don't know how we're going to get the red apple, but it's not going to be here because this giant oak is kind of a pain. All right, I need red flower, I need blue. I see both over here. Actually, I only see 1, but I think we can get a red flower easily enough. Perhaps in the village? If there's an iron golem, that would be useful. See, where could... Okay, there's red dye right there. Do we just grab it? I guess we'll just grab it. And I already lost the village. I don't know where it is now. I thought I saw a village. Here, let's turn this into red. Here, we'll just make the dye first so that we can get an item. All right, where did the village go? Up here on the hill somewhere, I think. There are cows. There are cows. Do we need cow for anything? I thought I saw a village up there. Here, let's chop this tree quickly. And we'll look around for dripstone. This is in case we can get a lucky red apple. Here, give me more logs, more planks. Okay, this is definitely feeling a little bit slow now. Leather. Leather helps us not at all, I think. Yeah, no books, no bookshelf, no lectern. Okay, there's the village. So what do we get out of this village? It's a bit high up. Okay, there is dripstone. We need this one here, the pointed. Here, let's be smart about this so that we can actually pick it up when it drops. Because I don't see any closer ones. So I want to make sure we get this. Let's just put a block under it. And then, unless it jumps out the side. Okay, there we go. We got it. Okay, let's go back and see if we got an apple. And then we need to look for red and brown mushrooms. So I guess we don't need the village after all. Where did I chop? I chopped here. Okay. Looks like we don't have anything dropped from this tree. We'll have a chance later, but probably not very many. Okay, that's a stick. Yeah, no red apple. I hear a zombie. There's probably some cave there. I don't think it's a dungeon. Okay, where do we get mushrooms from? Is there... I don't know where to go to get a red mushroom. I don't remember seeing one. Yeah, the taiga could give us brown, but I don't remember where we can get a red mushroom. I need a roof forest, I think. Let's look for brown anyway, and we'll figure out if we can see a roof forest somewhere. There's foxes here. There should be a brown mushroom in here somewhere. Okay, there's one. Oh, there's a... Is this a swamp? This is the weirdest swamp I've ever seen, but let's chop a little bit, see if we can get a red apple. Maybe we can come back here and see if one dropped as soon as we get gunpowder and a red mushroom. Yeah, we'll come back here. I do need a little bit of food in case I run out of sprint. Oh, it looks like I had beef already. Okay, over there. I see the red mushroom. Let's go get it quickly, and then we'll come back and see if we got lucky with a red apple to finish the run. Or we could try to punch... I don't have TNT, but we could try to punch some of the leaves on these... what do you call them? The dark oak. Dark oak drop apples too, and the rates aren't terrible. Okay, I need a red mushroom. I need bowls crafted. And then it's just the gunpowder left. Give me a red. I don't see one there. Keep going. Okay, there we go. Red mushroom. Let's go ahead and get this off the card quickly. That's not how you make a bowl. There we go. All right, bowl in there with brown and red. Get the item. Okay, gunpowder and apple are left. Let's go back to the swamp. And then I think we need to jump into a cave for the gunpowder. The swamp should have been loaded this whole time. It's a tiny little swamp, but it definitely should have been loaded. Let's see if we got an apple. If not, we can punch some leaves or maybe craft a hoe. Where was it again? It's in a very unusual spot. Somewhere over here. Where was it exactly? Okay, here we are. Okay, I see some... Okay, there we go. Red apple. Excellent. So now it's the gunpowder we're missing. I need a cave. Something that goes down low. Is there a ravine here? I don't have time to wait for... Okay, there is a cave. How low does it go? Pretty low. Pretty low. All right, let's give it a try. We just need one gunpowder. I made doors, right? Let's see. There's iron here. I don't think I care. Let's breathe on these blocks. And then I need to find where the cave opens up, which I don't see. Let's just try this spot here and see if we get lucky. Okay, I hear mobs. There should be cave somewhere. Is it up or down? Okay, maybe... Okay, there's a creeper right there. Maybe we can get the gunpowder in time. But there's a lot of other mobs here too. There's also a geode. Ooh, that's a lot of mobs. Alright, there are a ton of creepers here as well. And they're all kind of blowing up behind me. I need to eat. I don't have cooked food. Let's just go down. Yeah, this is dangerous. Give me a door. I need to make sure I can recover my health here. It's not all the way full. And if we go up and try to fight mobs with no health, it's just not gonna work. All right, let me eat one more time. We'll go see if we can either get or pick up gunpowder from all those mobs that were there. All right, there we go. Skeleton, creeper. Were there any mob drops here? I wish I could just fight a creeper alone. There's none on this side. Okay, spider, creeper. Ah, dang it. All right, let's see if we can circle back around. Okay, there's still creepers left. I need to eat because I think there's also skeleton left. Okay, that's not going to work here. Oh, yes, okay, gunpowder. We did it. And our time was 10 minutes, 24 seconds. Not the greatest ever. I am going to die if I don't get back to the lobby. Let me swim. All right, let's just go back to the lobby. Whew, that was intense, but we did it. Not a terrible time. I got an arrow in my head. But that's going to do it for this episode of Minecraft Bingo. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.